Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Hitakiri Singh, and these are the top 6 skills I feel are going to differentiate a casual longsword player from someone that's really looking to hone in on their craft and master their weapon. The moveset for the longsword is greatly increased in Monster Hunter Wilds, and a lot of these additions are going to bring in new possibilities of things to do and to cancel, and there are going to be some situations that you just weren't used to using in previous renditions of this weapon that are now open up to you. So I just wanted to go over the top 6 skills, techniques, if you want to call them. I haven't mastered these myself, but these are the things I'm going to look to get very proficient in to really enjoy and optimize this weapon. If you like what you see here today, please like, comment, and subscribe. This is the opener that all the speedrunners are doing to get red gauge as quickly as possible, and it's absolutely fantastic. You get 2 instant gauges by the time the roar happens, and you can EI for the third, or you can build it the old-fashioned way. It took me like 17 seconds in that clip. You want to do your sneak attack. After the second hit of the sneak attack, you want to go ahead and do your focus charge, or your spirit charge, excuse me, and make that connect, and then you immediately want to follow into a special sheath into your ISS, so you can ISS the roar. That's 2 instant charges right there. You can go back into ISS and counter the last move. In the group, I wasn't quite sure where he would attack, so I didn't do the other ISS. I really didn't even think to, but now that I think about it, I should just really get back into special sheath and go for the third one. But in this clip alone, it was like 16, 17 seconds from the time we approach the monster to having red gauge, and that's going to be really useful. Alternatively, if you do the third hit or a hit after the 2 hits of the sneak attack, you just won't have time to do your ISS. You can still get your charge in there, but your ISS will be late, and you want to play around with the timing just a little bit. The sneak attack, once you get the 2 hits in, the spirit charge should immediately follow. There shouldn't be any issues on timing, but for this roar you can be a little early, so give it just a second. Alright, let's go on to the next. And this one might end up being game breaking. There is a small window of time that you can cancel a spirit charge into either a foresight slash or a special sheath. This is just me practicing it with a normal move, but it's really going to come in handy and become quite overpowering when you can cancel a move like a ISS that you can't normally cancel into a foresight slash, or to be able to loop that into a foresight slash into a foresight slash. I'm just practicing it right now. There's a great video by Pike of Pike Analysis. I'm going to link that into the comments. Please check that out. He goes into a lot of detail about how to perform this and its benefits. Check it out. Introduced to Wilds is the Crimson Slash. This is your triangle, triangle, triangle 6-hit swift high damaging combo once you have reached red gauge. And this move, this combo might be the best at creating wounds in any weapon in the game. Your conventional wisdom for the longsword is to get to red gauge as quickly as possible, do your Helmbreaker, get back to red gauge as quickly as possible, rinse and repeat. This is going to help with that because of the abilities and what wounds do. It's a safe attack, it's quick, you can easily foresight out of it, it's not very high committal, and again, I don't know of any other weapon that can create wounds as easily as a longsword, especially in red gauge with this combo. It's that phenomenal, and the damage output is pretty damn good too, and you don't necessarily have to worry about aiming this at a specific hit zone, especially when I do it, especially if I want to create some wounds before a Helmbreaker. I just kind of aim it wherever. I'm not very precise about where I want to aim this one because it could end up opening many wounds up. Speaking of wounds, you also want to have some level of wound management. Watch here. I was going for the opportunities when I saw multiple wounds to go ahead and take them, get my red gauge, even if there were individual focus strikes to get my red gauge back. But don't forget you have this ability too. Once you do a focus strike and it lands, you get 1 bar back immediately. But if you press R2, you immediately go into spirit gauge 3, and you can quickly, like this is a situation where I shouldn't waste on a wound. He is in a vine trap. Let me go ahead and save that wound for my teammate, because that offers huge damage buffs for them too. So don't be a wound hog, and utilize your wounds when you need to get back to red, but also know that you have multiple options to get to red. In Wilds, there's so many ways to get to red. Utilize all of them. Also new to Wilds is the ability to cancel your Helmbreaker. So if you poke and know you're going to miss, you can go ahead and cancel it. And, just like most people, I found this useful once I got used to it. there's many a time that you go for the poke and the monster does something you weren't expecting, like run up this pole, and you want to utilize it as a better time. Make sure you do your crimson combo, of course, and then utilize it at a better time to get the damage that you want out of it. And that's how you want to approach this move. Now, there was a situation that happened where Kaito gets this mount in the middle of me doing this combo, and during a mount, all your attacks, your big attacks, are going to do half damage, so you don't want to waste your Helmbreaker in that moment. So I was doing my crimson combo again to open up some wounds. So much fun with this monster, opening up those glitches. He gets the mount. I do the Helmbreaker. I cancel it. I use it to reposition myself to the other side of the monster, and actually go ahead and do some more damage with my crimson combo. And then after the mount is complete, I go ahead and launch the Helmbreaker. Now there's a crap ton of wounds from the mount and the crimson combo that I was doing. So it was just a really, really good situation. So make sure you're aware of that. Make sure you use your cancels for positioning, not just as a mistaken Helmbreaker. You can do a lot of things with it, including escape enemy attacks, big novas, that kind of stuff. This one was more of a reminder to myself. Also new in Wilds is the ability to cancel your Spirit Blade 3 into a Foresight Slash, which you could never do before. After the second of the 3 hits, you can cancel that into a Foresight Slash. So the first beta, I just never really did this. I guess it was a muscle memory thing. That third hit, that sequence is a trap, so I would never want to do it, But it is now a viable option. In fact, much of the beta, I found it difficult to poke and anticipate and to do a Foresight Slash. But when I started to use my Foresights in the windows of my offensive openings, like where I start to understand every bit of my combo that has a Foresight opening and using it that way, I did a whole lot better. So try it. And last but not least, make sure you use your Spirit Release Hyper Armor, this new addition to your Helmbreaker. That's a one-shot move right there, but it takes reduced damage, and it does, I got Hyper Armor. I can survive that attack, I can heal up, I can get back in the fray, and that's about it. Thanks, guys, for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. One last clip, I just want to show you the delay on the release. But if you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and look forward to more information on Wilds. I love this game, I love this franchise, and a lot more is coming. Here's that delay, and helped out a friend get out of those clutches. Thanks. See ya.